Hi, Tina. I enjoyed reading your blog this week about mobile technologies and how, with smartphones and tablets, students are allowed to look at live lectures, and I really like that idea. One of the things that you mentioned, or one of the apps or software that you mentioned, was Google Plus. This is my first semester actually using Google Plus with my online courses at Liberty, and I've really grown to enjoy it. I actually want to try using it in my classroom. The only problem is all of our students have a Microsoft-based email through our school instead of a Google. That's one thing that we need to probably take a look into because Google does offer so much more. The electronic data management tools such as PowerSchool I'm not familiar with. I am familiar with Blackboard simply through Liberty, and so I'm not 100% familiar with that. Panopta is one that I want to check into and test it out, see if it would work for me. Camtasia I've heard about, I've looked at. The only thing that concerns me is the cost. I usually have to pay for whatever I use in my classroom myself, and so I try to get anything and everything that's free, so to speak. I like the idea of digital books because students today are facing so many issues with back problems, and I believe if we could go to digital devices, that would be an awesome opportunity to eliminate that problem, where they just have one tablet or smart device that allows them to do that. I would enjoy learning more about some of the programs such as Google Plus because I'm sure it offers more than what I'm aware of. I'm not familiar with, like I said, some of the others that you mentioned, but certainly willing to take a look at them. Again, I want to thank you for sharing with me because those programs are ones, like I said, I haven't heard of. Look forward to checking them out. You talked about Wi-Fi and the capability for students to access. For our school, that is a problem. We have very little bandwidth, and so it does get in the way of allowing students Wi-Fi opportunities. So that's one of the major holdbacks, and there's not a lot we can do as a school until our ISP provider jumps on board because we're in a very rural area, and that's the biggest problem that we face. It's not necessarily a willingness, but just the ability. My other concern, I shouldn't say ours, but my other concern with mobile technology is that our veteran teachers in the school where I'm at just aren't willing to allow students to use their smartphones. And I believe with the proper guidance and setting rules and boundaries that students could learn that they don't have to use their smartphones as an entertainment source in the classroom by texting or talking to their friends through that device, but they could actually use it as an educational tool, and that if used properly, more teachers would probably jump on board and allow them to do that. Again, I want to thank you for sharing. I look forward to checking out the programs you mentioned, and I hope that you have a very blessed week, and I look forward to reading next week's blog. Have a great week.